No matter how independent we believe we are, none of us live outside the influence of the collective consciousness around us. The ideas, fears, values, and assumptions circulating through society, they quietly shape how we think, shape what we expect, shape how we see ourselves. Whether we realize it or not, we are constantly breathing in that mental atmosphere. That's why awareness matters. The more conscious we become of what influences our thinking, our feelings, and our actions, the more power we have to choose to live a different life. This is so true today more than ever. Think about how we are being bombarded, absolutely being bombarded with social media, news, with a perspective, not the truth, not the facts, a perspective. Whether you want to be aware, agree to it or not, you're breathing that mental atmosphere, just as you breathe physical air. And we're constantly breathing ideas that are circulating in the culture around us. And what are those ideas today? Fear. The news cycle, social media, family beliefs, political fears, cultural expectations, religious ideas, they form an invisible mental climate. Most people think their thoughts are purely their own, but many of them are simply borrowed thoughts from the collective mind. If you live in a fearful atmosphere long enough, fear starts to feel normal. If you live in a hopeful atmosphere, possibility becomes natural. Your mind does not live in isolation. It exists inside a shared field of thought. That's why you hear people talk about you will be as wealthy as the 5 people you hang around with the most. You will have the relationships like the 5 people you hang around the most. You will become more intelligent based on the 5 people you hang around with most. Because why? You're creating a mental atmosphere. You see, the collective mind, whether we understand it or not, quietly programs our expectations. It plants assumptions about what is possible, what is safe, what success looks like, and even what we deserve. Think about this. The great American dream. Owning a beautiful home in the suburbs, a wife, a husband, a couple kids, nice cars, country club membership. Where did that expectation come from? I know I was given it. I lived it. I lived it till 54 and I said, why am I living this? This is not me. I woke up and I discovered something deeper in me. And I'm doing what I love right now. I'm talking to you. You see, when you have a mental atmosphere that's not what you really want, we begin to think, I can't do that. That's just the way it is. People like me, don't get that opportunity. Those limits, for the most part, they didn't originate within us. They were absorbed from the mental atmosphere we grew up in. Think about your relationships, the mental atmosphere of your mom and dad. Yeah, they're playing out in your life right now, whether you know it or not, unless you've done some deep healing work. Without awareness, we consciously live out expectations of the crowd instead of our own true consciousness. I truly have come to understand, and it's my number one value, and that is to become more aware, because I believe that awareness is the gateway to true freedom. Freedom begins when we realize that not every thought in our head belongs to us. We start to ask questions, which makes us very powerful, which is not liked by a lot of people. Questions like, is this belief actually true? Did I choose this idea or did I inherit it? Is this thought shrinking my life or expanding it? You see, the more awareness we bring to our mental environment, the more deliberate we become about the ideas that we allow in. True independence is not about escaping influence. It's being conscious enough to choose what influences do you allow to come in. This is a huge topic, and it's something that's going on, and this is why propaganda works, because we blindly believe. What does advertising say? Why is it you see commercials in a half-hour program 6 times? Because psychology has shown the more you say something, the more it seeps into the unconscious. That's what social media is doing. That's what the news is doing. That's what television is doing. That's what the movies are doing. That's what religion does. That's what politics does. That's what corporations do. They're not there for you to become independent. That's a choice you have to make. And I want you to know something. It's a choice that only you can make. And that choice takes tremendous courage. Do you have the courage to start living for yourself? Choosing for yourself? Not caring what other people think, but being authentic in love? It's a great question. Here's the key. Don't go looking outside for the answer. It's already in you. With that, make it a great day, because you can. Much love and aloha.